Everyone, in this video we're going to be looking at Python variables. Now, what are variables in Python? Variables are containers for storing data values. Okay, a variable is created the moment you first assign a value to it. Containers, okay, we've mentioned this already. Okay, so this is an example where we have x to be equal to 5 and y to be equal to 2. Now the x there is seen as the variable, the x is the variable. Then the equal sign here is the assignment, it's called assignment. Then 5 is the value, so it means that you are assigning the value 5 to x. Now the same thing, we have y equal to 2. So if you're with your Python app, you can follow me. You have x equal to 5, y equal to 2. This is assignment and this is also assignment. Now, when you write print x, the Python would respond 5. Why? Because x has already been assigned the value 5. And also print y, the Python will respond to you 2. Why? Because it has already been assigned, y has already been assigned the value 2. Now that leads us to the properties of variables. We're going to be seeing different properties of variables. Here, variables do not need to be declared with any particular type and can even change type after they have been set. They don't need to be declared with it, but that means, now look at this example here. We have x to be equal to 3. And you still put x to be equal to 5. Now, once you do this, Python no longer recognizes this tree. As you write print x, what the response will be 5. Python would see it as 5. In the same way, if you have, let's say, y to be equal to 3, and you now write y to be equal to 10. Once you do this, Python no longer see y as 3, but now as 10. So please note that about Python. Now let's see an example here. Let's say I have x to be equal to 3 and I have x to be equal to 2, and I now write 5 plus x. What do you think the Python will respond? What answer do you think Python will give us? Your guess is as mine, 7. Because now Python no longer sees x to be 3, it is now 2. So 5 plus 2 gives us 7. Now, string variables can be declared either by using single or double quotes. Now, there are different data types in Python. One of them is called strings. Now, and strings, you must use either a single quote or a double quote. They are the same. Now, if you notice what we wrote here, what I wrote here, this is the same as that the Caroline under single quote is the same as Caroline under double quote. They are the same thing. Python sees it as the same. And numbers written like that are strings. Now, note that Python does not recognize this. You just write boy. As long as Python is concerned, you've not made any statement. It does not understand what you... But once you write this boy, B-O-Y, with this quote, which is a single quote, it can be single quote, it can be double quote, Python now recognizes this as a string. As a matter of fact, when you write this with your Python, let's say x equal to car, now with your single stroke, and you write in your Python app type x, now it is going to give you type x. Actually, type is a function in Python. It just asks you what kind of number, and the response you will get from your Python app is class string. That's to tell you that that very representation is a string. Now let's see some things here about variables. First is that a variable can have a short name like x and y, or more descriptive name. It can be, that means it must not be x. I can just say car equal to 5. I'm okay. I can say x equal to 5. It's still okay. Okay, it does not just have to be short, x and y. It can be age, it can be a car name, it can be volume, it can be whatever it is that you want to use. That's the first point. Now, the second point here is that a variable must start with a letter or underscore character. Now, I will combine that with the third point, which says a variable cannot start with a number. So don't find yourself doing something like this. 2ay equal to 7. As long as Python is concerned, you've written nonsense. So you don't start with number. You must start with a character or start with underscore. So meaning that I can possibly write something like this and it will be recognized with Python underscore x equal to 5. Is recognized by Python. So I can only start with either a character, a letter, or an underscore character. Now, the next point here is that a variable name can only contain alphanumeric characters and underscores. That means it can be a combination of both numbers and letters and underscore. A very good example here, I can say something like, I can have boy underscore 2 equal to 10. This is correct. This is correct. Python recognizes this. Okay, as long as I am not starting with a number. Remember, don't start a variable with any other character apart from underscore or a letter. Then finally here is that the variable name are case sensitive. So if you notice here, age, they are not the same. So if you have, let's say small letter a is equal to 3, and you now have a, and you're expecting Python to give you a response here, it's going to be a syntax error. It's going to be error. Why? Because this is capital letter and why this is small letter. So as long as Python is concerned, age, small age in, and this are not the same thing. They are 3 different variables. Please, let's take note. Now, this leads us to properties of Python. Python allows you to assign values to multiple variables in one line. Okay, so just like this example here, x, y, z is equal to 2, 5, 3. What does that mean? It means that x is equal to 2, y is equal to 5, and z is equal to 3. But Python allows us write it this way. So when you see print x is 2 here, print y, your y is 5 here, then print z, your z is 3. Now, that leads us to the next point. You can assign the same value to multiple variables in one line. Just like you have x equal to y equal to z equal to 5. It means your x is 5. It means your x is 5, your y is 5, and your z is also 5. The Python print statement is often used to output variables. To combine both text and a variable, Python uses the plus character. Okay, so the print is also an inbuilt function in Python. In one of the videos, we are going to be looking at inbuilt function in Python. Now, the print is an output variable. So when you see the word print, it's giving you an output. A very good example, look at this here, this one here. We are given x is to be equal to 5, and we're asked to print 6 plus x. Remember, x is 5, so my response here will be 11. My answer here will be 11. The same thing here, look at this. In this case now, here we dealt with number, but here we are dealing with a string. Your y is equal to love you, and we are now asked print I plus y. The plus y there means that we can add the 2 strings together, and you are going to see this in your Python. I love you. I love you. Okay. Now, but please note at this point, you can't add a number to a string. That means never you expect that Python will give you a response here where you have 5 plus, boy, this is a string and this is a number. Python does not recognize, does not add a number to a string. Okay, so this is another property of variable. A variable can be added to another variable. For example, you have car equal to 6, bus equal to 7, and you ask car plus bus. Of course, it means 6 plus 7, and that is going to give us 13. Okay, thank you very much. I appreciate your time. Please make sure you subscribe if you are yet to subscribe to my channel. If you have any question, you can always call me on my number to ask 08061285313. Have a wonderful day.